4 years and 38 episodes later, we finally reached the end of Black Sails. Was this episode everything it lived up to be? I don't think so. That's not saying this episode wasn't good. This was an incredible episode. It was really fun. It got us to where we needed to go. It took us to every angle they needed to play in order to get us to this finale. But I feel like we kind of got ripped off. And what I mean by that is, this ending, this finale of the series, it ended on a positive note. It ended things on a hopeful note that all our characters can come back for another season. If this is your final season, you go out with a bang, you don't drag it out, and they didn't drag it out. This story wasn't dragged out, and I'm okay with that, and I respect it. But they ended things where this story can be told more, we can see different angles of these characters coming back again, and I didn't like that. So let's jump into the episode and just talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. I liked our opening where we see the person going to this ranch where there's a bunch of human men who grow stuff, and they're asking for a certain prisoner, a captive, is this person there? That was good. This whole episode was about Flint and Silver's relationship. We got that in last week too. It's a good way to end the series because these two have really been the driving force for the past couple of seasons. And I've really liked their relationship. I like the way it's matured. I like the way it's been handled lately. We have this really important scene in the middle of the episode where these two are talking about what happens when everything goes down and how Silver has these plans initiated where he can survive and they can both have the life they wanted. But before we get there, we have the epic battle between Wood Rogers and what's left of the pirates. Jack Rackham comes in. In the last episode, we saw Flint's ship, the Walrus. It gets taken down. Everyone gets killed. And they're fleeing to the island. Everything's coming. And then we get the signal that Jack's on his way. Jack, and he's coming here. He's going to save them. But he's on a mission here to capture Flint. His whole mission here is to capture Flint. But he comes, he rescues them, takes them on board. And before they can leave Skeleton Island, here's Wood Rogers. His ship's hidden. When they get out, here's the assault. Here's the attack. This is what I've been waiting for all season, is this final big showdown between our characters. Something that I will remember about the series, a big epic finale, a big blowout, something important. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. It was an average battle in terms of stuff we've seen from the characters, you know? I really liked when Flint and Billy were fighting each other atop one of those big pillars. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a pirate. I'm not a ship guy. But when they were fighting, I really liked that. It was an interesting angle we haven't seen yet from the show. And when they're hanging on for their life, and Billy ultimately falls to his supposed death, that's one thing that bothers me. Kill Billy right there. You should have killed Billy in this moment. We find out later that Billy is alive, and he's still on Skeleton Island. No, you should have killed Billy right there. We have a scene with him earlier where he's threatening Medea, and he's like, I went through all this stuff. I tried to tear these two apart so hard, Flint and Silver, and yet I failed. I've been through all of this, and I can't fail. Billy, I wanted to see him turn and work with the pirates at the end, because I really thought that's what we were going for, but no, that didn't happen. I get it. They want to build up another enemy for them, like an inner turmoil thing. I get that. I wanted to see more happen with Billy. And when he fell off the pillar and he fell into the water, he should have died there. I think that would have been a perfect way to kill a character. It would have been a nice ending to him too. And on the ship too, I was impressed. Jack Rackham, he was fighting incredibly. He did really good in the fight. I was impressed. Silver, he did good too. He didn't really kill many people, but I love when he's going to save Maddie and he sees the person on the bottom of the ship. And he's like, "Are you a coward? Why aren't you fighting?" He's like, "I'm the cook." Because in the earlier season, Silver was the cook. I thought that was nice. Silver, he didn't kill him because, look what happened. I was a cook and now I'm Long John Silver. I like that. It finally saves Maddie. And, it was a really nice battle. I wouldn't say I was super blown away by the battle. I respected it. I liked it. It worked. It did its job, I like that Jack didn't tell them that he was coming after Silver. He has this moment with, coming after Flint. Jack has this moment where he's talking to Silver, and he says, Silver's like, "Well, why are you here? You got away, you had your reasons, but why'd you come back? There's something else you're playing here." And Jack fires it right back at him like, "Yeah, there's another angle you're playing too, but what's yours?" Those two, they did really good. I was so blown away by Jack in this episode because his character really made sense throughout the whole season, because I've seen the historic things. I thought Jack was going to die. I really did. I thought Jack was going to be a character. He's going to have a noble send-off and not. But he was the one character I was happy that they survived, that he's alive. I liked everything we got with Jack's ending. So let's talk about Jack really quick. Just getting back into it here. When he gets back to Philadelphia and he goes to hug Anne, that was my favorite moment of this episode because I felt the connection. I felt them wanting to be together. And when he's talking to Mrs. Guthrie and Max and he's like, Silver and Flint, shit's happened here. I'm not going to tell you that they're alive, that they're dead. I'm not going to tell you Flint's dead, but I will tell you that we got everything we needed to get done. And you know what? The pirate that is gone at Nassau is yours to take. And then Max says, there's some people I trust to be governor. I think it should be Rackham. And then, Rackham says, yeah, I thought that was really good. It was a really nice way to send it off. Really good way. We did not get a lot of Israel Hands in this episode. I want to see him killing more people, doing some fighting. I really wish we got it. I know why we didn't, but because this is really about Silver and Flint. And let's just talk about them again for a sec. I liked their endings. I did. I liked them. I really just wish we had a more conclusive ending for this series. And I know what you mean. Yes, their stories aren't intertwined anymore. They've met their end. But did they really? They just kind of fell in love still. And it makes sense. I get it. When they have this big scene when, Flint is leading them back to the treasure, I like that they had that talk. It was a good talk. It really helped these two find their way. Flint and Silver, their chemistry really worked for me. I like how Silver this whole time knew that the one way he could defeat Flint without actually killing him was to bring him back to his state before he became Flint. Cool. Makes sense. I just wish Flint died. That's my main concern with this episode, was nobody died. And I wanted a conclusive ending. They should have killed Wood Rogers there. I get they're trying to humiliate him in front of the English and that and the Spanish, and I get that. It's an interesting angle, but nobody died. When I thought Billy died, we see him come back at the end when Jack's giving his monologue about John Silver. He's like, some people who believed in John Silver, they were corrupt the most. And you see Billy, he's walking away on Skeleton Island, and you see the smoke. And is he going to die there? Probably, but why don't you just kill him at the beginning when he fell off the ship? Just do that. It's a more conclusive ending for Billy. And then, it's taking Flint back to see Thomas, who we find out Thomas is still alive. I was like, well, why? Why can't we just kill Flint? Why can't we kill Israel? Why can't we kill somebody? I just wanted a more conclusive ending for these people. And I don't think we got that. The fight was really cool. The talk that Flint and Silver had on the island when they're going back. And you know what? Nobody even goes to get the treasure. That was another thing. So does Skeleton Island become Treasure Island? And then does Jack become Long John Silver because he's the last pirate? And is Billy going to be on the island? Does Billy get the treasure? I don't know. There's just so many things. I think they could have tied this up a little better. I'm not saying it was tied up bad. It wasn't. There's a lot of good in this episode. I did feel something the moment when you see Flint and Thomas reunite. I liked it. It was nice. I wish it didn't happen, though. It was one angle. I don't care. I really didn't care that they, that they were going to do that angle. I think you should have killed him. That would have been a way more impactful moment in the series and a way more interesting character part, It just would have made Flint just a little bit more, likable if he just died, and I didn't want to see him, revert back to his happy stage and go with his boyfriend. It just didn't feel like his character. And then we have the whole thing where the war is over just because we got rid of Flint. And I get that, Maddie and Flint, they understood each other more than I think Silver and Maddie do. I like Maddie. I'm okay that she survived. I kind of thought she was going to die, but I'm okay that she survived. The war is over. People are leaving. And then when Silver goes to tell her about his plan, how he got Thomas and how he sent Flint away and he's not going to be a problem anymore. Cool. I get it. It's an interesting part. Maddie says, no, I don't want to be with you. I wanted to win this war. We were going to have this war and we were going to win. And then Silver gives the same speech he gave to Flint earlier to Maddie. He's like, I don't care if it's an hour. I don't care if it's a day. I don't care if it's a year. I will stay here and wait for you. We will survive this. We will get through this. Silver in this episode, I liked him. I did. I don't want anyone to think I thought this episode was bad. It was a good episode. It just took liberties I didn't think I should have took and went at an angle I was not expecting. Silver in this episode, Silver was just kind of in charge. And I was okay with that. I wanted to see him be more Long John Silver. I wanted to see him sail some more. I really did. Because I don't think we got a lot of Silver being Long John Silver. I wish we got more. I'm not going to complain. But I understand everything we went through. I get it. And Silver's ending, really open-ended. Is Maddie going to go with him? Are they going to leave? Are they going to be together? I don't know. What is Silver going to do? What is he going to do? And he gave up the life of piracy. Good for him. I will say this. I liked Silver in the first couple of seasons more than I did at the end here. I think the first season, Silver was a really cool character. This one, he was really good. He was really prominent. He was important. He was the king of the pirates for like a week. I don't know, like a week. And yeah, it was good. So then we get the final scene where we see Jack. He's the last pirate. That's why I think he's the new Long John Silver. He's the last pirate king. He's taking this new person aboard his ship. It's a woman, right? I don't care if it is or not. It sounds like a woman. Either way, that person's not good looking. Whatever. We get more Anne. Finally, we get more Anne. I've been wanting Anne so much in this series, but she wasn't in this season a lot. I get why. I love Anne. She's one of my favorite characters, and, they have the talk, and they see the new Black Sail. What a way to end it, showing us a black sail, because the show is Black Sails. I like that. And Featherstone becomes governor of Nassau, who's being controlled by Max and Mrs. Guthrie. I love that. I think Featherstone coming up and being this next big guy is really good. It made sense. I really liked it. That was probably the best ending that character could have gotten, and I'm really glad of that. I like how Jack's still the last pirate, still sailing around with Anne. I get that. It's a cool ending. This was a good episode. It just didn't feel conclusive or like it ended. It just felt like, we're going to get another season where all our people are going to come back and go to Treasure Island. That's what I got from this. They should have killed Billy, should have killed Flint, should have killed Mehdi, should have killed some people. That's all I'm saying. So quickly, just to talk about the whole season, it's been a strong season. I like where we started off at the beginning and where we've ended. Wood Rogers was a really good bad guy. Blackbeard was really good in this season. Everything with Flint and Silver and their relationship I thought was really strong. And, Jack really came into prominence at the end here, and I really liked that. Strong female characters throughout the whole thing, manipulating everything in the background. I loved it. Really good season. Really good episode this was. Just didn't end how I wish it did. Wish it had a little more conclusive ending. I'm going to give this final season of Black Sails an 80%. Yeah, 80%. So, that's all I got to say about Black Sails. Go check out the series. You're going to like it. It's a really nice, fun time. Good pirates. Just a really cool series you're going to love. So, I'll see you in the next video, and good luck.